And as a game developer and talking to other game developers, how do you see VR open things up creatively for them?
Well, this is something that game developers have been dreaming of for, I think, 30, 40 years. A lot of game developers that I've known for a long time will come up and say, Brendan, this thing's so awesome. This is so great. This is so exciting. This is why I got into games, right? And this is why a lot of us got into gaming, was to eventually finally realize that holodeck-like experience and actually be in the game. So for a ton of developers, gaming, entertainment, film developers who are trying to make a more immersive experience, this is the holy grail. This is what we've all been waiting for. At the same time, it's early days. We still consider this day zero. There's not a real consumer product available. That'll be day one. And even then, it's that first version of VR. Think of the very first computer, the very first smartphone. It was pretty early days. It's going to take a while. It's going to, there's a lot of innovation, a whole path forward over the next 5-10 years for this to get to a at-scale kind of product industry. And it's exciting, but people have to remember it's early days, so not all developers will jump in at once. You'll see a lot of pioneers come in. You'll see them making shorter, smaller experiences, not $30, $40, $50 million games, but they'll make several $1 million experiences. And we're just really excited to see what developers come up with.
We have the Virtuix Omni out there shipping to consumers so that people can walk and run in virtual reality. What are you seeing in terms of being able to have more control from a hands and fingers perspective in virtual reality?
VR input, big question. That's something that we've been R&Ding quite a while now. There's two main parts here. There's the VR headset and there's some kind of VR input to really complete the system. And in the beginning, you have to have a headset or you don't have any VR. So we focused largely on the headset, really trying to get that right, getting that to be consumer ready, what we considered would be a comfortable consumer experience for the mass market. We're now very, very close to that. We think that Crescent Bay really delivers on that promise as a headset. And now we are internally focusing on what is the first step of VR input. The first step will not be just like the headset, the last step. I mean, this is something that we'll go through several iterations on to finally realize the full potential of VR input. I think naturally, everybody who tries Oculus would like to see their hands. You'd also probably like to see your body. That's a lot harder than it sounds, and that's something that we're not going to necessarily get to in V1. It's something that we'll be continuing to work towards as we innovate and move forward in Oculus.